Capricorn. Welcome to your general weekly reading. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. I love you guys. We're going to see what we got cooking for you this week. If you are here and you are a cross watcher, you're more than welcome. If you want a personal reading, that is all down below, the information. If you are here and watch this for your sun sign in Capricorn and it does not resonate, go watch the other videos. Whatever's going on astrologically at the time might be affecting you more than your Taurus placement. I wanted to turn those around. I'm seeing a daiquiri. I'm seeing New Orleans. I'm seeing the French Quarter of New Orleans. I love the French Quarter. And I'm seeing beignets. Some of you guys have, you're from New Orleans, Louisiana. You have a French descent. Some of y'all are from the Bayou, man. Swamp People is one of my favorite shows, actually. Because I'm hearing Troy Landry. I don't know. Is Troy Landry from Swamp People or Capricorn? Because I can hear him. Interesting. So there is an episode, well, more than an episode. There's a season of Swamp People where Troy Landry takes a woman on his boat as his sharpshooter, basically, for alligator season. And the only way you can kill an alligator is by getting that one little spot on the back of the head called the kill shot. And you have to be a pretty good shooter to be killing with one shot an animal that's, 8 to 16 feet, a few hundred pounds, has a lot of force, and is trying to drag you out of the boat. I feel like some of you guys are breaking either a gender barrier, a glass ceiling situation within your family. You're doing something out of the norm. You could be a female mechanic. You could be, a male beautician, a male esthetician, doing something outside of what society would deem appropriate for your gender. That's kind of what I get from that. Now I'm saying someone who has a lot of dip, chews a lot of dip in their mouth. If you have a lot of dip and you do that often, I do see your tooth right here. It looks like it's right here. The root is eroding away. There's an infection. I do see, I heard tonsillitis, which has nothing to do with that, but I heard tonsillitis. Okay, what do we have for my Capricorns? We have the Death card. Scorpio energy. Might be dealing with Scorpio, might not be. But this is death and transformation. With that popping out first, this feels like a medium read here. I am a medium. I am a clairvoyant. Some of you guys have lost somebody, and it's been quite some time since you've lost them, because I'm hearing the passing of time does not heal all wounds, which is true. It depends on how you use your time. It depends on how you use your time. Time does not heal all wounds if you don't use that time between the wound and where you are present day to go into that grief, feel it. Some of you guys are worried about grief consuming you. Those that you have lost somebody, whether it was recent or in the past, no matter who that person was to you, there was a need for you to run and hide from the emotion, run and hide from the pain, and kind of throw it under the rug, compartmentalize it from the rest of your life, and numb yourself off to it. You do have to feel to heal. You do have to feel it to heal. Knight of Wands. Before I get into that energy, you do have to feel things to be able to move past them and heal them. So some of you guys are having something pop up in regards to an individual that has passed on. And I'm hearing it has been quite some time. It's been quite some time since this person died. I mean, it could have been, 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. You could be 75 years old and you lost this person when you were 20. It's still as fresh as it was the day that it happened. The minute, I'm getting someone that picked up the phone. Someone picked up the phone and heard the news. Someone called you to let you know someone passed on. I feel like someone was found. Like someone found somebody. It feels like a heart attack. Whoever I'm picking up specifically, because I feel like for a good bit of you guys, someone passed away and you thought time would heal all wounds and it didn't. But I have someone specifically coming through here. It is somebody that passed of a heart attack. It looks like their aortic valve is what kind of ruptured on them, which is the biggest artery in the heart. It almost happened instantaneously. I feel like this person didn't suffer. I don't feel like it was one of those like elongated heart attacks where you were able to get to the hospital. I feel like it was like almost instant. Cardiac arrest. Yeah, that's what they just told me. They had some blocked, clogged arteries. I do feel like they were warned to change their diet. Whoever I'm picking up on, I feel like this was your spouse or your father. It is a male I'm picking up on. He is Caucasian or has olive skin tone, so it could be, I just heard Caribbean. That's interesting because this person coming through, it does not look Caribbean. It looks more olive tone, like they could be Austrian. I just heard Austrian too, but for some reason the skin tone looks to me like they would be like from Italy or something, but I'm getting Caribbean and Austrian, so that could be for other Capricorns out there as validation for your person. But the person that's specifically coming through to me died of cardiac arrest, died of some type of aortic valve rupturing or a big valve rupturing to the point where there was so much blood loss so soon that there was no time. Like, and I don't think this person suffered. I think it was like this. They're showing me it just went black on them. Like it's like, oh my God, black. And I feel like they were found in their bedroom or in the kitchen. I do feel like they were slumped over. I know that's kind of graphic. I'm so sorry, but they are showing me that. Either slumped over on the bed or slumped over at the kitchen table. This person liked to read the newspaper every morning, and they did eat some type of cereal or yogurt or granola or something like that each morning. I feel like that was their routine. They wore plaid a lot. This person was wearing a blue plaid shirt, old wash jeans. I do feel like they worked with their hands quite a bit in this lifetime, a laborer of some kind. But like I said, I think this person had been warned by doctors, like, hey, you need to change your diet. I feel like this person ate like a good bit of, you know, I guess negative food, like bacon, cheese, you know, stuff like that. I feel like this person knew this was coming. They didn't change their habits. They wanted to, you know, live how they wanted to live. I do feel some resentment from whoever's person this is as a survivor. Like, you knew you needed to change your diet. You knew you needed to fix things. You knew you needed to do better, and you were selfish. And that's okay. That's a valid feeling. Whoever I'm talking to, I'm getting you were selfish and not changing your ways, because a lot of us are suffering because of your death, or you suffered because of their death. I do feel like this person was the breadwinner. This person left behind at minimum 5 grandchildren. They're showing me 5 grandchildren. Okay. So we did have the Knight of Wands pop out, and we have the Lord of Snows here. Something is coming to an ending very quickly, like abrupt end here. Doesn't necessarily feel negative, but there's a very quick ending coming for you, Taurus. It feels a little impulsive. We have the Moon card, Cancer. So we have Scorpio and we have Cancer out here. Again, I feel like something's going on that you're not aware of, and then it just ends. So if you're with somebody, there's a lot of things they're thinking. There's a lot of things they're feeling. There are a lot of things they're going through that they're not talking about, and then it just ends. Now, this is some energy that I don't pick up a lot, and I don't like to talk about it unless I pick it up. But I am picking up some suicidal thoughts here for some people. With the Moon card, the Death card, and the Knight of Wands. So please, if anybody is thinking about that or have those heavy thoughts, this looks like an impulsive decision to a final ending. It feels impulsive, okay? Like a lack of impulse control. So just be mindful of that if you are having those thoughts creep in, if you're thinking in that way, or if you suspect that of somebody. It does look like a lack of impulse control to a finality, to a final ending. Even if that's not someone thinking about suicide, this is also somebody not thinking too clearly and making a very brash decision. with, it feels like a harsh consequence because there is an ending. We have the Four of Wands. If you guys are paired with somebody in a connection, a relationship, a marriage, it feels like someone's going to end a connection too soon. They're going to end and call it quits on a marriage too soon. It feels like someone does something very irrational, not thinking, very abrupt, and it's a final ending. There's no turning back from this decision. If you are in a relationship, the person you're connected to is very selfish, very self-serving, and has a lack of impulse control. And because of that, they don't take you into consideration on things going on in their life, whether it's big purchases, things they have going on in their personal career, their family, or their needs and their wants. Someone in a connection is going to make a very impulsive decision that's going to end to the end. It's going to get to the end of a connection here. I just keep getting whatever this decision is, there's just no turning back from it. Yeah, we have 2 knights on the board now. We have the knight of swords. We have someone who's really impulsive and doesn't think things through. And we have another person who's very straightforward and blunt, honest and direct. I heard accusatory. Be careful of accusing somebody of something. It feels like not all the details are known. Not all the facts are known. Not everything is known. You don't have the whole story. You don't have the full picture. And it feels like a really impulsive decision based off that. But it feels like you're lacking total insight where this person is. It's like they hear something, they get news of something, and then they just go based off of that. I'm also getting the conflict of 2 communicators. The way people communicate. Someone does openly communicate, they're honest and they're direct. The other person is very reactionary. They're impulsive. They don't communicate, they just do it. They're very selfish and they act off their impulses. When another person is really open to open conversation and dialogue, the other person is more actionary or passive aggressive. Anything else? You guys could have 2 children together. If you are a blended family, it feels like you have very opposite children. Like one's an athlete, one's a brainiac. Like they have very, like one likes robots and another one plays football. Like they have just very opposite taste. And then we have the Tower card, more Scorpio energy. You really may be dealing with a Scorpio. We have 2 Scorpio major arcanas out here. But you guys are definitely going through a transformation right now. Scorpios are all about transforming, going into the dark to find the light. I'm just getting a really quick decision here. Ends something. And it's final. There's no going back. Someone really didn't think it through. Or someone just acted off of impulse. Or they heard something and went for it. But there's a major change, a major shift happening because of someone's actions and not thinking them through. I heard saying something out of impulse. It doesn't feel like, and this is a relationship, it doesn't feel like there's cheating involved, but it feels like one of you says something to the other that just cannot be unheard. It can't be taken back. It can't be let go of. There's no going back from it. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words would never hurt me is not going to be the case here. Something is going to hurt someone to their core. Someone's words and actions are going to hurt someone to their core where there's just no going back. No going back. And you might be angry and say it out of anger, or someone else might be angry and say it out of anger, but there's just no going back from it. So just be mindful of that. If that's you, Capricorn, or if you're dealing with somebody like that, they're not thinking. They're really not. They're not thinking it through. And They're acting out of impulse, but it feels like whatever they say to you, it's just, I can't unhear what you said to me. Like, there's no taking that back. I keep hearing you say what you said. You said what you said. You meant what you said. Someone may have been like boozed up, drinking when they said something. Not thinking straight. Also hearing body dysmorphia. We have the lizard, regeneration. That's exactly what's happening. There is a massive change company. Maybe something's going on in your company. But there is a massive change coming for you, Capricorn, a massive shift. We have, as a survivor, did you guys get this last week? Wow. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak, and you are the master of regeneration. I swear to God, you guys got this last week, because I remember the title was something like Life Made a Fighter Out of You. You're a survivor. No matter what, you can regrow your tail. So if this person that you're connected to says something to you that you just can't let go of, and you let go of them, you're gonna bounce back from it. If something happened to you and someone else, impulsively did something to you, you're going to bounce back from it. If this is a death and you are able to, lean into the grief, you're going to be able to bounce back from it. You won't be totally the same because grief changes people in unsurmountable ways, but you will be able to carry on and the load be a little lighter, okay? But I love you, Capricorn. I wish you the very best. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell on the side. It will alert you when more readings are posted. If you do want a personal, go down below. Follow the link. Everything that you need is in that link below. I love you. Be kind to people this week. Drink your water. Have a good one, Capricorn.